music wise, music's so universal, and
Hmm.
you don't realize that till you travel and you play some of the stuff you normally play, and then people are still vibing to it. So I was playing a little bit like New York hip hop, and people
Okay.
was still vibing to it, man. It was, being at DC, like sometimes you think, oh, you're in a different territory, they gotta play different music. But I feel like nowadays, since everybody's streaming everything, I think like everybody's listening to everything. Everybody's listening to Cardi B. Everybody's listening to Drake. Everybody's listening to, even I played Ice Spice, and people
Okay.
were still vibing to that. You know what I'm saying? So like DJing wise, it like as long as you play the hits, I think you'll definitely take care of the audience.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of We Create the Vibes podcast, where we interview some of the dopest DJs out there doing their thing, mixing it up, getting the cities lit, shaking down the bars and the clubs, the lounges, the weddings, all the events, man. Well, man, we got a repeat offender, two-time guest. Glad to have him back, man. DJ Smitty Your DJ, upstate New York.
Yeah,
What's
man.
good, brother? How's everything, man?
Not much. Man, just keeping busy, man. It's pretty good, pretty good.
That's all I like to hear, man. Man, yo, it was dope, man. So DC, Insomnia Cookies, man. Man, you took that trip, man. First off, man, salute. Thank you. I appreciate that. And secondly, man, you came all the way from upstate New York. So first, talk to me about the travel. Is that like the furthest you traveled? And secondly, is this the first time you being in DC? Talk to me about the
Oh,
whole experience.
well, that was the first time I drove. What was it, 4.5 hours? That was the
Sheesh.
drive. The drive was the hard part, but
Okay, okay.
it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad.
No stops or nothing. No food along.
Oh man, I stopped like two to three times, man.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I think
it
those
was
are
all
hard.
right though. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
Okay, dope, man. So first time being in this DC, man. Describe it to me. What was the atmosphere like? I mean, you're from New York,
Yeah.
DC, New York, two major cities, even as far as music, the DJ atmosphere, scene, economy. I mean, what was your experience of DC compared to compared to New York?
It was actually pretty nice, man. Music wise, music's so universal, and
Hmm.
you don't realize that till you travel and you play some of the stuff you normally play, and then people are still vibing to it. So I was playing a little bit like New York hip hop, and
Okay.
people was still vibing to it, man. It was, being at DC, like sometimes you think, oh, you're in a different territory, they gotta play different music. But I feel like nowadays, since everybody's streaming everything, I think like everybody's listening to everything. Everybody's listening to Cardi B. Everybody's listening to Drake. Everybody's listening to, even I played Ice Spice, and people
Okay.
were still vibing to that. You know what I'm saying? So like DJing wise, it like you as long as you play the hits, I think you'll definitely take care of the audience no matter what. But I
Absolutely.
had a great time though. But I just want to say, man, thank you for inviting me, man. Because inside me cookies, like I would never have thought in a million years I'd be DJing for that company, because I really enjoy the cookies, and I really appreciate you inviting me, and I was able to go out there and DJ for you, man. I appreciate that.
Yo, man. Nah, thank you, man. I appreciate you coming out, man. That was like, nah, it was dope, man. Like, I appreciate that. So, nah, much love. So, yeah, man, talk to me, man. Like, you came through the event, we chopped it up. But yo, what was your experience like? We talked about it, but let's talk about it with the people though. What was your experience like at your event? Because yo, to be honest with you, man, like I've had those experiences so many times, but not that it shut down the event early, but it was like, yo, like turn it down, or yo, like can you play something else? Like it's like, yo, are you serious? So like talk to me about that, man.
so
And explain to the people what happened,
all
yo.
right. So
Like,
what happened was
and what insomnia cookies were you at? Was it
yeah.
grand opening, hype build up the scene. Talk.
All right. So Insomnia Cookies is basically a franchise. It seems like it's a growing franchise. They're starting to grow out
Yes.
different branches. I've encountered Insomnia Cookies in Manhattan and Lower Manhattan, and in Harlem. They got Insomnia Cookies, so I enjoy the cookies all the time. Anyway, so Reese got this event. down in DC, I guess Insomnia Cookies is opening up 2 new locations, and he hits me up and he's like, "Yo, I need a second DJ for the second location." I'm like, "Yo, bet I'm down." He's like, "Where is?" I'm like, "Where is it?" He's like, "DC." I'm like, "Damn, that's a trip." But it's Insomnia Cookies, man. You can't say no to that.
I
It's
bet the
Insomnia
trip.
Cookies. So I'm like, "Yo, if it was like maybe like a wedding or a birthday party, I'd be like, nah, man, I don't think I can make it, man. That's a trip. But it's Insomnia
Right.
Cookies, so I couldn't say no to that. So I'm like, yo, I'm down. So I take the trip. So I get to the event. I find a little parking garage. It was like $15 a day or something like that they had
So,
going on. So I just parked my car in there. I loaded my equipment on my little cart and I pushed the cart through the parking lot, just wheeled it all. So that wasn't bad. There was like no stair. There was an elevator there and stuff like that, so it wasn't bad.
okay, nice, nice.
So I get to the event, I talked to the manager, everything's cool. The only thing was like if you know Insomnia Cookies, their stores are very small inside. They're not like
Yeah.
that big. So being that you could probably 10 or 12 people inside the store and it'll already be like at full capacity.
Maximum.
So the manager goes, yo, man. He goes, he was like, yo, bro. Uh, he was like, you could either set up inside or you could set up outside. And I was like, and I looked at him. I was like, I know he doesn't want me to set up inside
Right, it's too
because
small.
because it's too small. So being that I'm there, not just representing myself, but I'm
Mhm.
representing Reese and his DJ company. You have to comply with the client or kind of do what they really want. So I was like, you know what? I'll set up outside, bro. Yeah, if you want, I'll set up outside. He's like, bet, that's cool, man. That's a better spot, I think. I was like, nah, man.
Basically, like I want
But
you.
it was cold. It was cold though. I'm not gonna lie, but it
Yeah,
was cold.
it was cold as hell.
It
Yeah.
was it's windy, man. I don't know if you ever been in any type of city. Usually it's windy, and I don't know if it's because of the buildings or the skyscrapers, but it's
Yeah,
always
I think the
really windy.
skyscrapers, bro.
It's
DC is.
Yeah, it's windy.
Woo.
So I set up, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it is. I set up, and I just start DJing because I'm already there. I might as well just start DJing because I'm
Right.
trying to stay warm. So I started off with some throwbacks, some old school hip hop.
Okay.
So it was the '90s, 2000s hip hop.
Yeah, that's so
Uh,
crazy. I start I start off with 90s too. I think I
yeah, man. So
like Mary J hip hop remix.
yeah, man. I was playing.
Dope, dope.
Yeah. I play Mary J too. I was playing like Real
Yeah,
Love and stuff
that's
like
dope.
that.
Yeah, my bad. Real love. That's what I started off
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
with
So
Big.
I just started off just to start it, and now I got into the 2000s hip hop,
Okay.
and 2000s hip hop was more like Beyonce, Jay Z. I pretty much played all the hits. The Fat Man Scoop. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like going in with the
Yeah,
2000s,
early,
and
yo.
and
Like
then I
killing
got
it.
into the record. But people that were there walking by, they were vibing. I was on the mic. I was promoting Insomnia.
Oh, okay, dope, dope.
Come get your free samples. We're gonna be here till 3 in the morning. I
Mm.
was gonna be there till 3 in the morning, but the store was open till 3 in the morning.
Mhm.
Come get your free samples. We're doing free samples all day. Come inside, win a prize. Just they had like a spinning wheel or something going
Oh,
on,
y'all had the damn.
and
You had the prize wheel.
yeah,
Okay, wow.
yo man, they put a lot of work. They had balloons. They had all these
Wow,
balloons.
we
They
didn't
had
have
like
the.
a balloon arc and stuff.
I ain't had the balloons or nothing.
So it was dope, man. And as people were walking by, and
Okay.
I heard a couple people say, "Wow, they got an assignment cookies now here." Like, there were people like knew about assignment cookies, and they're like, "Wow, she
Mm.
opened up an assignment cookies." And then the manager, I believe there was the manager, which was a guy, and then there was a couple of people from corporate. It was 2 ladies from corporate. One was from
Catherine,
marketing,
right?
yeah, and then the
Okay.
other one I think was like her boss, I think, because she was kind of
Okay.
telling her what to do. They were taking pictures, they were talking to the
Okay.
people there. They came out with some cookies, giving out to people as they walked by. It was fun, man. And then on top of that, there's like 2, 3 bars. There's one bar across the street, and there was another bar, uh, two bars like down the block, which you could hear the music playing too. So they were playing
Okay.
like a little bit of music. Maybe it wasn't a DJ or a band, but you could hear something bumping down there. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? So there's already music playing. So and then you got top of that, you got me. and then all of a sudden you pretty much get this Karen out of nowhere.
Corporate Karen.
Yeah, Karen comes out of nowhere, and at the time I was playing Afro beats,
Okay.
and I was playing Afro beats, and people actually were vibing with it. They were like,
Okay.
"Yo," like that, and then
Was it Wiz? Was it Burner?
it was
Aria
I was
Star?
playing Peru. I think I was playing
Peru.
like
Oh, okay.
Peru,
Was it C? Is that my bad? CK? Yeah.
CK, yeah. So I was playing CK and stuff like that, and then
Damn. And
all of a sudden,
Fireboy, what's his name?
yeah, it was actually a guy. He came up to me and he was with his phone like this. He was with his phone like this, and he comes up to me. He's like, yo. He goes like this, and I was like, what's up, bro? He's like, yo, you gotta turn it off. You gotta turn it off. I'm like, listen, bro, you gotta talk to the manager inside because
Right. How you
that's
talk?
what I'm working for. You know what I'm saying? And he's like this. He's like, nah, man, you gotta turn it off. You gotta like he's almost like he was recording me, like he
Oh
was like
wow. Okay.
recording me doing
Want to
DJing.
report you?
Yeah, so I'm like, bro,
He probably was though.
so
Oh
I'm like,
wow.
bro, you gotta talk to the manager, bro. Like, I'm under contract. I gotta work until until the contract says.
Yeah.
And
Right.
then that's when the corporate lady came out, and then she was like, yeah, we gotta we gotta shut we gotta you gotta pack up. You can't play no more music or something like that. Let me find out. She made a couple of phone calls, and then and that was it. That was pretty much it. But I was going in, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. I was promoting them. I had to, I try to do my thing the best I can, especially not when I'm just representing myself, but I'm also representing
Yeah.
you and your company, and I want you to look good. Just
No, I appreciate
so
that.
I did what I could, man. But it was rocking for a good minute. I'm not gonna lie. People were going back and forth, and also I believe there was some type of game going on. I don't know if it was like a hockey game,
Okay.
football game. I don't know. Something was
I believe there
happening.
was a football. I think a football game was. I think we playoffs. Yeah, I think it was playoffs. I think it
Yeah.
was the first week. Yeah. Man, so
So
my question: have you ever experienced anything like that?
all the time, dude. I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah. Okay. Woo.
all the time. But it doesn't bother me
Okay.
when the client says, "Don't worry, we're still gonna pay you what we owe you."
Yeah.
I'm saying when they understand when it's like business, because there's personal and then there's business, and business is like, listen, even though we contracted you for 5 hours, but you only DJ 2 hours, we're still gonna pay you for the full amount. You know what I'm saying? When it's something like that, then it's completely understandable. Like I don't mind it, like because things happen. It's when the client says, "Listen, we contracted you for 5 hours, but you only DJ for two, so we're not gonna give you the full amount. We're gonna give you like half."
Yeah.
That's when it's
That's a
like
problem.
it's like really, bro. It's like really.
Yep.
After I came out here 4 hours, 4 something hours away, you know what I'm saying? When it's something like that, like and then it's almost like if they call you the next time, it's almost like you know what, either you got
Nope.
to put in a contract. Like if it's short, it's still going to be same. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that's when it's like becomes like a little bit of like I don't want to deal with this client anymore. But at the end of the day, though, like I said, the person in the corporate from Assignment Cookie was listen, we're still going to take care of you. Here's some free cookies. They
Yeah,
gave me some
Catherine,
free
she's
cookies.
dope, man.
So in that in that aspect, I would definitely do another event with you for them. They're very professional in that way. Like they still took care of us, even though if it was a couple hours short. They're understanding, and that's what makes it okay almost. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all right. Like I don't mind coming out here 4.5 hours. Even though
Absolutely.
it's only 2 hours. It kind of makes it more like professional. You know what I'm saying? So like I
Absolutely.
didn't mind
Me
it,
too.
especially you were there too. So I went to go check you out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
appreciate that,
so
man.
yeah, man. So it was fun, man. I had a good time. It was a good little experience, a good little road trip.
Nah, definitely. Yeah, man. I never had that experience in corporate. I had a like private event, but
Uh,
not corporate though, because usually everything's good. Like I've had like it's crazy. I've DJ corporate events where I had guests or either like the grand openings, and I'll have customers tell me to turn the music off or turn it completely down. I'm like, no. And then
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and even the clients like, yo, they're crazy. Don't mind them. But even like
yeah.
curse me out and stuff like, oh, you're, you know. So,
Oh man.
yeah, it's that's crazy though. But yeah, man, the fact that
Yeah, I mean that did bother me a little bit with the guy. He came up to me and he was like, "Yo, like this." And the reason why he was doing that was because he lived, because Simon Cookies is in the building of like an apartment building,
okay,
and so Simon Cookies on the first floor, and then you got these apartments on top. So the gentleman that was complaining was that he pretty much lived in one of the apartments above, and he was saying that the sound was too loud. It was like it was making too much noise or something like that. Which that's understandable, but
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I was like in that aspect, I was like maybe they should have done it from like 3 to 6, maybe a little bit earlier. But the
yeah.
way he was going about it, it seemed like it really didn't matter what day of time it was. He was going to complain
He's
no
gonna shut
matter
it
what.
down anyway.
Yeah, he was going to complain about it anyways, and so it is
That's
what it
funny how
is.
you what you said about that it kind of bothered you because I don't know if you remember, I didn't even know it was you when you came up to me and you messaged me
Oh yeah,
and you saw how my like how my body language was
he got
because I
mad
get
serious.
yeah because I get and I felt so stupid. I felt so bad. Like oh my god. I was like, I didn't even know it was you. I was like, I
No.
really thought you was somebody telling me to turn it down. I'm like, damn, again? You know? Yo, I get that a lot with corporate. And sometimes it's like really nasty, and it's like, yo, get away from me.
Yeah.
Let me do what I do. Stop bothering me.
Yeah, no, I mean it's private events. It's what you deal with when you do a private event. Is the volume, and
Yeah,
then that's why when you do like a private event like you don't need like two speakers, you don't need like subwoofers and
facts.
stuff like that. You gotta take it on consideration. Sometimes when you do like events, private events with a older audience, you don't need like a lot of sound. You know what I'm saying? You can just get away with
Yeah,
two speakers or maybe just one. That's what I learned through doing events is you gotta look at your audience, who you're gonna be DJing for. Of course, like if you're outside doing like a festival or some type of a community event outside, then of course you need the sound because it needs to travel a little bit more. But if
yep.
you're inside, man, you just sometimes you're just go with one EV speaker or one JBL speaker and you're just good to go.
Yes, keep it simple, man.
Yeah.
So, man, let's talk about Serato, man. All right, so are you rocking? Are you messing around with stems? Yes or no?
I'll be honest with you, I heard about it. I
Okay,
haven't
you
got a
haven't
chance
rocked
to
with.
tried
Okay,
it. From my understanding, what is it? It helps you make blends or something. It helps you.
absolutely.
Uh,
Test acapellas, instrumentals, do it on the fly. Yeah, man. Okay. No, that's all good.
so I mean, I always like when I was started DJing, I was more creative in that aspect, and I was making blends with acapellas and stuff like that.
Without the
Um, yeah, without it. So I
yeah,
mean,
same too. I'm a
I'll be
rock with
honest
it
with
though.
I'll be honest with you. Like really, like how many DJs do you know that are going to be in the club and they're like, "Yo, I'm going to make a blend right here, right now." You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that is true. I mean, I've done
Like,
it
are
once
you?
before though.
I no, I'm
True
saying
though.
like you might
True
do like
though.
one, maybe
It's rare
two.
though. It's rare.
But you're gonna really go into the club and be like, "Yo, I'm about to make this blend right quick," and make a fucking blend like right there,
No,
like
I
while
to
while
me,
you're emceeing, and
it's spur. It's like
you
yeah, it's
know,
never intentional. Like especially if you do it
yeah.
live. Like I did a party next door. Drake come see me over what's it the Isley Brothers Between the Sheets, and that joint slap. But I did that in the club, and it was a sex club though in AC.
Ah,
So yeah, and that was just I don't know, like something. I'm like, yo, let me try something. Like it just popped in my head. But yeah, I'll be honest with you. I when I was living in New York and North Jersey too, I was DJing more clubs, lounges, bars. I don't know, maybe like
you know,
I, I
I mean,
I can't really count on my hands. I know I've done blends live, but it's
yeah.
rare. I'm not. I'm in the crib doing that. You know.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's DJs out there that do it like
Oh
they're
yeah, for sure.
nothing but blends. Their whole DJ set of 2 hours is straight blends and
Yep.
what they do or
Getting
whatever, and it's cool, it's dope. But for me as a DJ, I'm more like a party rocker.
okay.
I'm DJing for the audience, trying to get them hype. Having them spend money at the bar. It's more like for me. I want to see people more like on the floor, having a good
Facts.
time, stuff like that. Yeah, I would throw like a blend here and there, but it's not gonna be where like I'm gonna go to my set and be like, yo, I'm gonna make like six different blends. You know what I'm saying? Just just like
I'm gonna drop these joints. Yeah,
you know
nah,
what I'm saying?
I
I
feel
mean, don't get me wrong, I like mixing songs together, like one beat over like another beat or something like that. Or if I have like a acapella intro, I might blend it like that. Go off like one beat and do like acapella intro, and then go to the song. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know. I don't think stems is like that much for me. I'm sure it's like more for like I think the younger DJ, the more into like making all that stuff. But if I were to make a blend, I would make a blend at the crib and then try it out at the club. That's how I would go about it.
fact. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like make a blend at the crib, and then you'd be like, all right, I got these five blends. I'm gonna throw them on, see what happens. If what type of response I get back, what type of feedback. That's what I would do. And then if it's something I could do on the fly, I would just do it on the fly. But most of the times, that's how I would go about it.
Nah, it's true, man.
Um,
Yeah. Some nights you be on, man. It's like the mind is flowing. Cause I had nights like that. Like, yo, I'm gonna try this. Like,
yeah,
I'll have nights where I'm like, oh, I think that gonna work. But
that's like like the certain features too. Like on Serato, like you got these the cue point loops.
yeah,
I don't know what they call it. I forgot what they're called. But there's like a ton of features.
slicer.
Yeah, and
Yep.
the controllers too. They got these features, and I was like how many times are you really gonna use this feature? You
Yo,
know
I
what I'm
ain't gonna lie
saying?
though. I loop a lot. Like,
Yeah.
you probably call me the loop guy, but yeah, like, nah. I say I'm
No,
even.
but that's a good thing though. That's a good thing
Yeah.
to do that. But there's like certain features where like you're
Yeah,
never
something
going to
you'll never
use it.
use. Yeah, no, you're right.
And especially if you're in the city, like how long is your set? Like 30 minutes, an hour. Unless you're like a radio DJ doing like a 2 hour set, maybe you'll use some of those features. But if you're like the opening DJ, closing DJ, you only got like 30 minutes, an hour. You got to go in hard. You know what I'm saying? Are you
Yeah.
really going to use all those features? I mean,
Nah, it's crazy because
you
yeah,
know,
I remember when I had like this also yeah this Gemini mixer, the first mixer I had. Yeah, man, I ain't really I don't think I really did much of anything. Like I don't even think I was like I don't know if I was looping a little bit here and there. I was just mainly just dropping that joint and just hit it, just like literally like timing it perfectly. But I feel like once I got into the controller game, I was like, all right, like yeah,
it's over.
here. I was even chopping loops up too as well. Like I really got into that, and like that was like my way of doing it instead of like doing it with the records and chopping up 8-bar loops and stuff. But yeah, when I first started, I really wasn't like doing it. I was just DJing. Like I
Yeah.
wasn't messing with any loops. I wasn't getting like too funky with it or anything like that. But
Hey,
so, man, have you heard of Chat GPT? Are you familiar with that?
Chat Pete. No, you gotta school me on that, bro. What's
All
that?
right, man. So I'm not like I'm a novice with this whole GPT. It's GI or well AI, my bad. AI, artificial intelligence, and basically, it interacts with us in a conversational way. So very similar to like I use vidIQ for my YouTube, which also has like artificial intelligence feature where I'll ask the app questions and it will like spit back information to me. So
Oh, okay.
basically, like
Like a
say,
Siri.
yeah, like basically like a Siri, but it might be to a point where this Siri or this Chat GPT might be able to DJ weddings, DJ events.
I heard in Europe there's a jukebox that's like that
Yeah,
where
man.
you put in like five, six songs and then it branches off from
Yep.
basically from those songs and it
Yeah.
mixes it. So that I'm sure Europe is already doing some of that stuff for some of the lounges and bars.
Yep.
Um, I don't know, man. I still think people still want to see the DJ presence. I still,
Absolutely. Do you think
um,
this will eliminate some jobs? Like, what's up? Are you scared or intimidated as a DJ with possibly Chat GPT replacing your career? Like what's up?
no, but
Nah.
because I think like yeah, it will generate music off those five or six.
Okay, yep.
But you're gonna still have people that want requests. You're still gonna want people. Say like you pick like five hip hop songs, right? And then the AI is just gonna pick up straight up hip hop.
Yeah, it's gonna keep
What
it
ab-
that way.
what about reggae? What about Afrobeats? What about reggaeton? What about salsa? What if it's, you know what I'm saying? Because there's
Hmm.
uh when I do events now, like I'm not just playing like hip hop and R&B, but I'm playing like Latin music as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So really, you're like an open. Most DJs now, like when you go to anywhere, they're not just playing hip hop, but they're playing like salsa, merengue, and bachata. You know, and then you know, an AI can't go unless you program it. You
Right.
know, you program it with with the
Open
settings or something
format,
else. Yeah, to
format
do that,
possibilities.
I don't know, but I feel like with that, you would just pick up like hip hop songs, so it would just stay in that genre. It would just play hip hop for the
Absolutely.
whole night. You know what I'm saying? But then what about the other genre? You
Also,
know,
I'm like worried. Like, is it going to like MC too as well? So like, is it
the
going
announcements.
to?
What I could see,
That's
what
crazy though.
I
But
could see somebody with an iPad,
yeah,
uh, with a mic, and he could do the MCing, and he would just be like picking the songs. Maybe I don't know, maybe something like that. But
yo,
I
they
don't know,
try to
man. But
replace
I think
everything.
it'll be too expensive to begin with. I'm sure when it first comes out, or if it gets bigger, it's gonna be too expensive for bars and lounges to afford. So they will just get, afford just DJs for the moment. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think I'm not too worried about it. To be honest with
AI might start making some beats,
you.
man.
Yeah.
I can see that happening. Or like, yo, pick this melody, and then like, oh, I want a melody like this. I can actually see that happening. But then I feel like the problem's going to happen with copyright. Like, I feel
Oh
like
yeah, that too.
that's going to be a serious problem. But I still feel they're going to do that with AI though.
Yeah.
They're gonna try anything, man.
Yeah. I still think people still want to see the actual DJ and see like the turntables and
Facts, man.
see that. I think they'll still want that like experience. I don't think they want just a bunch of computers. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. So, yo, New York. I mean, y'all hit a home run. Ice Spice dropped the EP. Like, you get a chance to check it out. You listen to any records?
The newest joint I heard, actually, I like her new joint. I actually heard it on the radio.
In her mood, or which joint that?
Um, I think it was in her mood.
I know
Uh,
she got a joint with little TJ too as well. I forget the name of the
yeah,
record, but yeah,
she, I forgot the name of it was, but I think it was that one. But I heard it. It's pretty dope, man. She's going in. She's definitely going in with that. It's I feel like it's like another little Cardi B. Um,
right.
it feels like
That
she
wave,
gives me like
yeah,
the Cardi B vibes where she's like slowly building up. I'm pretty sure,
absolutely, man.
she's gonna be a problem, man. Give her a couple more months, man. She's gonna be out there for sure. Even though she is now, but she's gonna be a lot bigger.
Oh yeah, for sure. She's definitely making a staple in New York. Like New York has these moments. Like
Yeah.
you had Cardi, you had Pop. I feel like she's going to have her moment. Is building into it. But yeah, man. I mean, the project to me sounded very, very similar, but I do like it though.
Yeah,
Like
I mean, people. When I was in Georgia, there was girls listening to Munch from Ice Spice,
say yeah,
and
George.
and I was like, wow, this is like Georgia. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? So like,
It's not
and
about
then
regions, man, anymore. It's
like I
not
said,
about
man, everybody's streaming everything, so it's like New York music is getting all over the place. I mean, people have access to more music now, so I feel like music is more universal, more it's everywhere. So I feel like that experience of watching DC, it was like wow, like you really don't gotta like worry too much about oh I'm in Washington DC, I gotta play certain records. Like you really don't gotta worry about that too much.
yeah,
As long
you
as you play
got
the
your
hits,
Google.
you go in, you're good, man. The music pretty much speaks for itself.
Nah, it's true. I mean, you don't got to worry about getting the go-go records out or getting the WAP records.
Nah.
Or if you're enjoying the content you're watching right now and you want to learn how to level up at all your events and create vibes, well, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now. Tell me your top three records you listening to right now. Like what's bumping in the ears? What's in the car? What you rocking with, man?
Oh man, I just been listening to classics, man.
Okay, classics. They
I've
talk to
been
me.
listen to Nas, Illmatic,
Okay.
um, Queen Latifah, UNITY,
Okay, okay. Taking it back. Okay.
and Wu Tang, man. I just been
Oh man.
feeling throwbacks, man. I'm working on like a want to do like a throwback mix. I haven't done one in a while,
Okay.
so I'm gonna see if I can put something together. You know,
Very smooth. Speaking of
yeah.
Nas, have you listened to his latest album with Hit Boy?
Nah, no, I
Yo,
haven't actually.
check that out. I actually
Oh,
finally like one of my homies kept telling me listen to that. I think back in like November. I was like, yeah, I'll get to it. I'll get to it. I
yeah.
finally checked it out like literally like it was like 2 weeks ago. But yeah,
Oh man,
I had to wait, man. You know, I had so much going on. I couldn't really sit
yeah.
down and listen.
You
But
know,
yeah,
you pretty
really
much
good.
forget. You know, new music comes out, you're like, oh, I gotta listen to that, and then life happens, and you completely
Yeah,
forget about
man.
it.
I'll
You
be
know,
honest. It depends who. Like, I'll say this. Like for the legends, and it's no disrespect because Nas is my favorite. If it's like more of an older artist, I'll wait. But if it's like a younger artist, I'll definitely listen to, especially like the day, because when Drake and 21 came out, I listened the day it came out because
yeah, because you might need it.
yeah, I was DJing that night, so I'm like, yo, I'm looking like, yo, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna throw that on, like, yeah. So
Yeah,
it's different, and it's unfortunate because yeah, back then it was different. Like legends
yeah.
come out, yo, I gotta listen to it, like whatever time it drop, I gotta listen to it. But
You
yeah,
gotta buy the record. You gotta
yeah,
go to the record store and cop it.
yeah, right.
You gotta get two copies.
Right, right, right. Man, it's totally different, man. I remember buying Jada Kiss was it Kiss, yeah, Kiss or Die album. Yo, I bought that like 3 times, yo.
Wow.
And one of the times I bought it, there was no CD in it. Yo, no lie. Like,
Oh, whoa.
yeah, weirdest thing ever, man. Weirdest thing ever. All right, man. Yo, so the king of reggaeton, Daddy Yankee, he retired last year, man. Who's on your radar as far as reggaeton artists and artists that DJs should be paying attention to in the Latin world or that just spin Latin reggaeton music?
Damn, man, you put me on the spot. All right, man. Uh, I guess like the obvious answer, most
Of
people say
course,
probably like
of course. Two B's, two B's,
yeah, Bad
double,
Bunny, right?
double
You know what I'm
B's. Yeah,
saying?
right, right, right.
But I'm actually seeing a lot more females come out. Like
Yes,
Natty Natasha's coming out.
very
Uh,
dope.
all these female artists are coming out, man, and I think the females is almost like almost taking over the game almost because a lot of them are featured on most of these records. It's not just the guys doing their thing, but most of these records they got females featured on them, and I feel like the female aspect of the reggaeton artists they're taking it to another level. Um, so I think some of the female artists is also up there. I think it's not just Bad Bunny and the basic ones like Nicki Jam,
Hmm.
and stuff like that. But I feel like the newer, younger generation of female artists, reggaeton artists, are going to be like up there as well. For the longest time, I think Evie Queen was like dominating as a female, because you had Daddy Yankee, Don Omar, Nicki Jam, you
They
got
go
Zion
my dog.
Lennox, but then Evie Queen was like the only female doing her thing at that time.
Sure, yeah.
But but now I feel like the it kind of almost flipped where it's like almost like the male and female artists of reggaeton is almost like head to head. And they're just as bad as Daddy Yankee. I want to say like I heard this record and this girl was going in. She was rapping, doing her thing in reggaeton. She was like, oh shoot, she was like,
Okay.
going in.
What's her name?
Oh man, I can't even
Anita
remember though.
or? Huh?
I can't even remember, but
Oh,
it wasn't that. It wasn't a name that was common. I'll tell you that much.
oh, okay.
Like it
So
wasn't it wasn't
uh,
somebody like, oh yeah, I know who that. It was like a
no.
female that I can't if I have my computer on me, like I'll open it up and
Okay,
look.
dope, dope, man.
But yeah, man. But I think some of the female artists are coming out as well. It's not just the guys.
Yeah, so yo, I feel like it's all across the board, like all genres. Like I feel like women,
Oh
I
yeah,
feel like they run it. They actually run the music industry. That's how I
oh yeah,
personally feel. Even on the administrative side too. Like
yeah.
they're in the the forefront.
Even DJs, if you think about it, there's
Yeah,
more female DJs now than ever. And then,
yeah.
if anything, they're it's more like something you don't normally see anymore.
Yep.
Like when I was starting DJ, there weren't like too many female DJs, maybe like one or two local female DJs. But now it's just like they're just doing their thing now. You
Yeah,
know,
nah, they killing it.
that's
And they they
yeah.
they coming for it, yo. Like,
Oh
they
yeah,
letting people know like they get busy too.
hell yeah, man.
So what's next for DJ Smitty Your DJ, man? What can we expect from you? What can the people expect from you, brother?
Man, I got a couple ideas, a couple of things I'm thinking about doing real quick. Um, uh, couple people hitting me up and to do like more like a DJ mix show. DJ
Okay.
on some of the platforms. I might do that. I got a couple of venues that are hitting me up, so I might do like a live stream at a venue. You know, do something more like that. Um, because the things that I don't see it like during COVID, every DJ was doing a live stream. Every DJ
Yep.
was doing, but now that's it down that you don't see that anymore. And I thought that was a cool way for a DJ to engage their audience or engage their followers, and also gives them an opportunity to have people from pretty much all over the world, but mostly all over the U.S. to hear them out. There was a couple of times where I did my show. There were a couple people that sent me an email or texted me. DJs from like Arizona, California. This venue in California hit me up. Was like, hey man, if you're ever in I think San Diego or LA or something like that, yo, come check us out. We're always looking for new DJs. So if you're in the area, just stop by, ask for this person, and then we'll schedule in for one of the nights. So I think I'm gonna start doing that more. Um, I want to do more like Sunday brunches, more like day parties. It'd be nice to do more like day events, something like
Mm,
that. Maybe I want to do a couple community events. I want to actually I want to do something with Children's Hospital. I want to do some type of fundraiser. Either DJ in a van where I help them raise fundraisers for Children's Hospital. Probably gonna do a little bit more live streaming. Maybe like once a week. I'm gonna start like making more mixes. That's another thing too that I haven't been really doing lately, and pretty much go like that. More live streaming, more like restaurant stuff. Just DJ in the background type of thing. Do a couple bars, couple bars here and there, a couple lounges. Um, and that's pretty much it. I mean, at least for the first couple months, and then maybe head to Jersey Shore for the summertime, man. Where it's warm.
mm.
You know what I'm
Nice,
saying?
man. Nah, that's hey, you gonna do it, man. Like
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm seeing what it is. Because when I was in Jersey Shore before COVID, man, like the DJ scene, it was like the DJs were a lot older. It didn't seem like there were too many like young DJs out there.
a
And
lot. I mean, there are, but there's a lot, and there's a lot of older people who like to party, man.
yeah,
Like I DJ a lot. Like last year, this summer, last year, even during COVID, I was DJing down the shore. But yeah, it's a lot of it's a lot of older folks, bro. 'Cause I was DJing for like 60 year olds. Like yeah, even 70 year olds, man. Like playing a lot of 60s, bro. Even some
oh man.
50s, a lot of 70s,
Because like at the Jersey Shore, like you would do like a
80s.
a 3 to 6, at one restaurant or one bar, and then you could do
Private
later in the
joint.
night, yeah, somewhere
Yeah.
like down the pier. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole strip, there's a whole bunch of businesses. So you could start off in one spot and then later in the night, go to the next, and then the following day do like another spot. So there's an opportunity there where like when I see like a strip of bars or a place where there's a bunch of like venues like one after another, it's just opportunity for you to DJ. All right, I'll DJ here today. Tomorrow I'll DJ two businesses down. Following week I'll be at this bar over here, and then following week, the next week I'm gonna be down there. So when I see like a bunch of like businesses, bars or lounges like in the same area, I feel like that's an opportunity for a DJ to build a circuit. So you don't have to be like, oh, where am I going to DJ next? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you build a circuit already, and you'd be like, hey, you know what? Go to the business owner. They'd be like, all right, man, give me like 3 or 4 dates for this month and 3 or 4 dates for next month, and then you already know, guaranteed, where you're going to be DJing at, and then you just build a little circuit, little by little, you build like a little circuit, and it just keeps you busy, have constant income. That's the way I look at it.
No, that's dope. Quick question though. All right, so how do you pitch yourself? Like as a DJ, you already at a
Yeah.
venue where there's other venues, other businesses surrounding or in the area of the venue you're at or resident at. Now, how do you pitch yourself or sell yourself to the other surrounding venues?
Well, it's hard, man. I don't think there's
What's your
like
process? Well,
my
tell me
process.
your
So
best pitch that landed you, whether a residency or landed you some gigs while were DJing maybe in the vicinity of other businesses.
So pretty much like I would go in and I would if it's like a restaurant where I have DJs or whatever, I'll order like an appetizer and a drink,
Okay.
and I'll just like um, look at the ambience and the audience and see what type of people come in,
Okay.
because sometimes you get these places where like yeah, it's not really meant to have a DJ. You really don't need a
That's
DJ
true.
here. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna be wasting your time. But then you're going to the venue and I look at the audience and then I talk to the manager and be like, hey, you know what? Do you guys have any DJs or any nights where you have DJs in all the time? And they say, yeah, we have DJs in all the time. I was like, well, I'll love to join your team. I like your venue here. I like the menu. I like the drinks because by then I already spent a little money at their business. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you gotta spend a little money in their business for them to really like pay attention. Because if you just go in there, be like, hey, I'm a DJ, I want to DJ for your business, then be like, yeah, no, but if the manager sees you like, oh, he ordered an appetizer and you got a drink, you know what I'm saying? So so I usually do that, and then
So,
and usually I get margaritas when I go out. So
okay.
depending on the margarita too,
That's the
like I'll
choice
be
of
like,
drink.
listen,
All right.
I'm like, yo, man, you should be promoting your margarita or something. I'll be like, hey, man, you should
Mm,
be promoting your margaritas more. You should be promoting your whatever drink they have, Long Island's or whatever. And then, usually I go with that. I tell them, if they have a DJ night there, usually a DJ on rotation. I give them my business card, like, hey, listen, this is my website, this is my information right here. Sometimes I would go in and ask if they have like a promoter. Do you guys have a promoter that does your nights, or a promotional company, a marketing company that does your promoting for your events? And sometimes they say, yeah, we do. And then I get their information, like an email, the promoter's email or their number. And then usually I talk to them for them to allow me to go into the venue. But sometimes I usually start out talking to the manager, because sometimes talking to the manager just alone, they'd be like, oh yeah, you know what? Because like, we all have like sick days too. You know what I'm saying? There's times where like, oh man, things happen and you can't make your event.
yep.
And sometimes, and then the owner is like, man, who do I call now? And then that's when you're like,
Right.
oh yeah, Smitty gave me a business card 2 days ago. I'm gonna call him and try him out. And a lot of times I tell people too, like the managers, like, listen, uh, can I come in like on a Monday night and just DJ for you? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I do that too. Like I don't mind donating like an hour, maybe 2 hours of my time, so they can listen to me. And but most of the time I'll be honest, I don't want to sound too cocky, but I'll be honest with you, most of the times when they allow me to come in to DJ for them, I want to say either 90% or 100% of the time, they're like, you know what, we gotta get you in here. It
So,
might not be on a Friday or Saturday night, but it might be on a Thursday night. But most of the time, it's pretty much I pretty much get a go after they hear me, because when I go in, um, first I look at who's there, and then I play a little bit of everything. I play a little bit of Latin music, hip hop, R&B. I keep all my music clean, even though there's sometimes DJs like they my friends that are DJs, they might come in like, yo man, you don't got the dirty version. But I try to keep it clean because
yeah.
maybe if it was an actual like club,
Okay.
yeah, who cares, man? But you're gonna be at like bars, lounge. Everything's a bar and lounge now. It is what it is. So I play a little bit of everything, but that's how I pretty much go about it. You ask if they have DJs there. If they do, tell them that you I want to give me a night so I could DJ for you. I don't mind donating my time for like an hour. You could listen to me if you think I'm a cool DJ, a good DJ, want to do business. Let's do it. Let's work. You know what I'm saying? But most of the times that's what yeah. So I come in, I DJ, and then the premiums call me back. I mean, that's the way I go about it. I don't know if there's a better way to go about it. I don't know.
I think
I'm
that's
sure
I
sure
like
DJs have like their own like promoter, their own like manager, and it's cool and all, but you know, I don't know. That's the way I go about it. So
nah, man, that's dope, man. Nah, that I feel like that's a great DJ tip, man. So DJ Smitty, your DJ. How can people get in contact with you?
I'll mostly hit me up on Instagram at DJ Smitty Your DJ. Mostly on Instagram. I'm also on Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that, but I don't really go on that too much.
Okay.
Uh, I'm mostly on Instagram for sure though.
Nah, most definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, that was another episode of We Create the Vibes podcast. This week's special guest, two-time offender, my man, upstate New York, DJ Smitty, your DJ.
That's
Yo, my
right.
brother, man, I appreciate that, man. It's always fun linking up with you, man. Another
You
time.
also. Shout out
Yeah,
to Simon Cookies.
yes, big shout out to Simon Cookie. Shout out to Catherine.